Hello everyone, and welcome back to our backyard garden.
Hello, everybody.
Say hi. Yeah. What a beautiful day, huh? Today's sunny sky, nice up and above 80s degree, maybe 85 degrees. Nice and sunny sky with slightly of breeze, wind here. So today we're going to talk about clearing out some plants and collecting seeds. Particularly this one right here. This is our cilantro, also known as coriander. So I think the plant is ready to be harvested, or the seeds are ready to be harvested. As you can tell, some of the seeds are turning slightly brown. Let me take it right there. You see that? And the plants are kind of like start drying out. So this is a good time to clear out the plants and collect some of the seeds. Now this is a cilantro plant. When you're using the leaf, usually people call it cilantro. But when it becomes seed, you can actually use a seed as well in seasoning. And then the seeds usually refer to coriander seeds. I don't know why, but that's how normally when I see when I look at the labels or the condiments, that's what they usually say, coriander seeds. Okay, and people usually crush them up and put them over seasoning, stuff like that. Another plant we're gonna try and collect is the green onion, scallion. I'm gonna show you a better plant in that size. I can show you the seeds, the seed pot. But today my son's gonna help me. You're gonna help me, right? All right. So we're gonna try as much as we can and collect as much as we can. See, there's probably hundreds and thousands of seeds here. Some of them will probably, drop into the ground, and that's okay because once they're ready, they're gonna pop up and they're gonna, self-germinate by itself, and we can transplant the plant somewhere else. And sometimes I like that. I like things to be more spontaneous. Sometimes I just spread the seed over my garden and allow the plants to roam freely, to grow freely. Kind of like the milliball spinach, as you can see, it spreads everywhere in my garden. And the one that you don't want, you can always pull them out, which is not a problem. And then on the other section where you plant them out, where you have section off certain plant, then you can remove anything that you don't want. But it's always nice to have volunteer plants growing throughout your garden, like a natural garden type. But obviously our place is very small. To do that, it's quite difficult. All right, so let's start, son. Can you hear? So my son is holding what are you holding?
I have a bucket.
Yeah, this is a 1 gallon, coffee can. You can find this everywhere in most corporate when they order, a ton load.
Mostly found at Home Depot.
Yeah, Home Depot. I don't know about Home Depot, but my company, they use this coffee to serve to employee. So they bought tons of this, and every weeks or 2 weeks or 1 week, whatever, I don't know, there will be an empty one. And then sometimes I collect them, I use them. It's a 1 gallon. I usually put my kitchen scrap in here in nice little 1 gallon can, and it has a nice lid. So I use them in my kitchen, and I put them beneath the sink. And whenever I chop off some leaves and some vegetable, I put in here and take them outside to use compost. And it's small, so you can always take them outside more frequently, so it doesn't smell. All right, so today let's cut. So Daddy gonna cut some of this. So it's very simple. You can cut some of this. Can you hold on to the thing? Come on, put it underneath it. So put it underneath it. So then you cut. Okay. Once you cut them, just leave them in the can, and I would just leave the lid off. So the seed has a little more time to dry. Once it dried out, you don't want to leave them in any hot and sunny spot where the seed will get damaged or burnt. and you definitely don't want to freeze any of the seeds. So typically, when you freeze the seed, the cell, the inner cells of the seed will get damaged by the icicle, by the, you can't see it. It's a microscopic level. It will damage the seed. Most likely, it will damage the seed if you freeze them. All right, and also when you put it out in the sun, it's really hot. It roasts the seeds, and it would be damaged and it would decompose. So once we collect them, we'll keep them in a nice and cool, kind of like a basement. If you have a basement, nice and cool area, and keep them there, and they become viable. They will definitely stay viable, sometime up to 2 years if you keep them in nice, cool, about 72 or even below to 60 degree, and they will stay viable for a long time. Now some seed require some cooling period, like in the refrigerator, to 30 degree to 40 degrees, not freezing. Some of the cool weather flowers like tulip and other bulbs, kind of type of a plant that requires some coldness in order for them to do well in the spring. All right, so that's it. Again, it's very simple. You just go out here and now one time I didn't have time to cut them piece by piece, so I removed the entire plant and I put them in a big plastic bag, and I just leave the plastic bag open so it doesn't trap the air, and all the seed eventually all the plants will eventually dried out, and I just shake them, and all the seed will fall into the big plastic bag, and that's another way to collect them. But this is a little bit of tedious, where you have to go and cut certain part like this. See that? So it's a little tedious, but I think it's worth it because this is your plant direct, plant and seeds from your garden. All right, so let's go. Should we go over there and show everybody another plant that we're gonna use? We're gonna try and collect the seeds. All right, so let's go this way. Not tomato. Tomato is fairly easy to collect. Come on this way, son. Come this way. So we're gonna go down this way, and I want to show you another plant. We're gonna collect the seeds. By the way, we have tons of them already, but it's always nice to have them more extra seeds. There's nothing wrong with it. So here's another plant that we're going to collect today. This is one of the green onions. We're going to call them bunch onion or scallion. And the flower is up to here already. You see that? Can you put down the can and hold the camera for Daddy? Now you get to hold the camera. Now put down the can. All right. So hold the camera like this. All right. Just focus in like that. So hold the camera. Don't touch anything. Just hold the camera. All right. So look into here. So here it's the thing, and I will cut out this real quick. Oops, and the seed pod is right there. Can you show everybody? Daddy's hand. See that when I shake them out? Not too close. You too close. So when you shake them out like this, see all the little black spot? Those are the seeds. Okay, and there are hundreds of them in here. Again, they will definitely drop into the ground, and under the right condition and temperature, and they will germinate quickly, fairly quickly, just like those over there. So for now, we're gonna put them in here. For now, can you put down? All right, good job. Okay, just for now, for purpose of we just want to demonstrate and show everybody how the seed look like. So that's it. Okay, and once we move the seed, we'll probably remove the plant as well, and compost the plant, so we can have the area cleared out, and so we can plant some other stuff here. So one of these flower bulbs here will have hundreds of seeds, and as you can see here, I planted this a month and a half ago. All this here are the same kind of variety of green onions. I didn't thin them out, as you can see, as you can tell here. This is just one one single bag of seed. That's probably contain hundreds of seeds. All right, so here I'm gonna throw the seeds in the dirt. That's fine, all right? And we have plenty of them to go. All right, and then we'll come back to make another video for you guys on our tomatoes. This is our grapes tomato, and as you can see, they are out of control. They're out of control. And there are literally hundreds of fruit on here.
These
Everywhere
are
you
the
see.
tomatoes.
Yeah, those are
We've
fruit
got other
tomatoes.
ones back there.
And look at this fruit formation. It's such a beautiful. And the only issue we're gonna have, I can tell you right now, the only issue we have, it's the fight between the bitter melon on the right side and our grapes tomato on the left side. But look at this. They are starting to encroach on each other area. They are fighting for space, toilet space. And eventually the bitter melon well went out. That's just the way it is, because bitter melon vines are much more prolific. They spread out really quickly. The tomatoes seem to be, one big vine, and then several sucker or shoots. But again, we have to resolve this and we have to make them at peace with each other, and somehow, or maybe I just prune off all the bitter melon from this way and just continue to allow the tomato to grow this way and prune off some of the tomato. All right, so you can see here, I want to show you really quickly. They are just beautiful. Look at that. Is that beautiful?
You guys like tomatoes?
All right, so this is just a preview. We'll come back and make a more in-depth video on this part of the garden here, the tomatoes. All right, so we hope to see you again. And please post your comments for us. And subscribe to our channel. And follow my son.
And leave a like.
And leave a like
If you
or a
love
thumbs up
tomatoes.
if you love tomatoes. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye.